All right, sir. Can you hear me all right? Good.
Yes, we can.
All right,
And
good.
welcome, family, to the next family tree of
All
bringing
right.
everybody together. And I want to say it's a pleasure to see everyone. Everyone looking nice and bright. Some of you even turned your cameras on this week. That's
All
okay.
right. All
Y'all
right.
got your hair done all up.
Well,
All right, I see you now. Looking good. They say, well, I'm taking the herbs, so I'm going to look good. I know that. So I better make
Mhm.
sure everybody see how good I look, huh?
well,
I see y'all. I see y'all.
well.
All right, all right. So listen, we're going to get started because you know how time really escapes us. And Bill 1L Morgan, let's
Yes, sir,
give Bill a
buddy.
hand. Bill
Yes,
1L
sir, buddy.
Morgan,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
my
sir.
co-host here
I'm joining
today.
myself here.
And as we start to get things together, I want to say, family, I'm running a little bit behind today, only because some things hit home real close to me and my heart. We lost one of our those who know we sing on the male chorus
Mm.
at Enon, and one of my dear brothers who sings on there with me just found out he passed away,
Oh, wow.
you know, of a heart attack, and it's interesting. I heard a lot of different things. I don't know all the details, but it's hitting home, y'all. He had COVID prior to that, and then he had a heart attack. So I want to tell you something that I got to go over this whole regimen for COVID-19 that we use, but at the same time, the lingering question that's going on right now is, vaccination. Do I get
Yes.
vaccinated or not?
Yes.
What's the belief system of the family on this side? I can give you my perspective, and I can give you some of the details that they're saying and some of the ones that they're not saying, which you're getting a lot of promotion for it, but nobody's telling you some of the side effects of things that are going on.
Mm.
So, no matter what your choice is, whether you hear the information tonight and stay still, I'm still going to get the shot. That's your choice. But the thing is, I pray that you at least get both sides of the equation to
Yes,
make a better
sir.
informed decision. What do you think?
Amen. I'm with
And
that.
All right. All right. So I want to start us off by just welcoming everyone in as folks are still coming through. I want to say it's been a pleasure always to sit with you all. And I want to go into some things, but as I set up, if there's anyone that has a question or something, I'll flag a couple of questions first. But I want you to raise your hand in the question side over here so I can see your hand. Raise your hand, and I'll try to get to your question. Okay. I just want a couple of things I'm setting up over here. I want to try to get going. All right. Give me a second. Give me a second.
Take your time, Dr. P. We're not going anywhere.
yeah,
Okay. All right, Stanley. Okay. I got Prophetess Lisa. I got you in there. How you doing? Unmute yourself.
I'm doing wonderful this evening, Dr. Paul. How's everybody?
Oh,
All right.
everyone is doing well.
Wonderful. Give my love and greetings to your wife, Lisa, as well. Tell her we're still praying for her at the nest.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much.
Very quickly, um, we talk about inflammation a lot and what herbs and things to take. My question is, um, my cousin suffers with inflammation of the breastbone, causes her a lot of pain. Is that the same type of inflammation? I mean, or is that a different type of inflammation that she should be doing something, or we should be doing something, or looking for something different?
Inflammation is inflammation. Absolutely. Remember, um, we have to remember what inflammation is. We've never been taught properly to understand that inflammation is the body attempting to heal itself. Wow. Did you know that cancer is the body attempting to heal itself? We've always been taught that there's an enemy.
Wow.
You know, we've been always taught that the body is the enemy. God don't know what He's doing. Man is the one that's in control. We control this thing. Man versus God, or always that they're fighting something. Remember? You remember I gave y'all the two I don't know if when we mentioned it here, I may have mentioned it on the radio. There were two scientists, and the two scientists, one was Pasteur and Boucher. Got it? One was French, Pasteur, and the other one was Boucher. And they went back and forth. These are biology, scientists in the biology fields. And back in the day, they used to battle back and forth on, wait a minute, is it the environment which all cells live in, or is it something that you got to fight, like a microbe or something? So Pasteur, who was the inventor of the pasteurization process, that's where he comes from. He was the inventor of the Pasteur, the pasteurizing came from his name. He said, wait a minute, this thing, if there's anything attacking the body, it's the environment in which your cells live in. You got it? So if there's bacteria, virus, cells, fungus, parasites, anything in the system, you got to change the environment in which your cells live in. That's like the soil of the body, right? They call it the milieu. And the milieu is the environment, just like you sitting in your house right now, right? Everybody's sitting in their house looking at the tube, right? Well, you have oxygen in your atmosphere, right?
Yes.
If you didn't have oxygen, you wouldn't be breathing, right? That's the environment in which your cells live in. So the other scientist named Boucher said, nah, it's a microbe. It's something in the system that you gotta go after. You gotta fight it. It's like a microbe or something. You gotta fight it. So if there's something in there, we gotta fight against this thing called cancer. We gotta fight against this thing called the virus. We gotta fight against this thing called bacteria. You got me? But the environment in which your cells live in is where Pasteur was taken. So these two guys battled back and forth for a long time. And guess who sided with each other? Guess who sided? You got Boucher, who said, if there's a microorganism, fight that. That's who the pharmaceutical industry got behind, because they said, well, wait a minute. If we could create something like a drug, something, we could always say we're going to fight against it. We got something to fight against. But if we change the environment, that means you probably got to eat right. We're going to go with Boucher. So that's where the fight started. So back to your question, that was a long way. Inflammation is just the environment in which your cells live in. And when your body is reacting to inflammation, it's attempting to put the fire out. So it's trying to say, hey, I need some alkaline. But if you're not going to give me alkaline, or if you're not eating the right foods or drinking the right water, I'm going to grab it from somewhere else inside of you, because the Most High told me to keep you alive by any means necessary. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to take it out of your bones. I'm going to grab it right out of your hip. I'm going to grab it out your rib if I have to. I'm going to take it from wherever I can get it. I'm going to take it out your knees. How about your toes? How about if I just take it from your organs? I might even take it from your brain. You got me? Inflammation is inflammation. It's the body attempting to heal itself. You got it? So what does that mean? The pH is off. The environment in which all those cells are out of balance. Just like I said, if y'all sitting in that room right now, if you started pumping in smoke in there, I bet you're going to get up on out of there, ain't you? That's exactly what's happening inside of an acidic environment. There's a fire going on and there's pollution going on. Old folks back in the day said, you ain't got nothing but dirty blood. You ain't got nothing but tired blood. You remember that, Bill?
Yeah, I remember that. Sure do.
You got tired blood.
And they gave us a pill for a long time, Dr. Crow. Remember that?
You got tired blood. All right. So tell her she's got to work on her pH. Number one, test her pH. Share with her the urine versus saliva. Get the strips, right? Y'all remember that, right? See these right here? Keep them on me all the time. See that right there? Can you see it?
Yes.
Screenshot it if you have to. Screenshot if you have to. Got it? Got it? All right. That's it. There's another one that we can use called this one right here. This is the rolls. Got it? Test your pH. Comes in rolls. Looks like that. All right. For those who are here for the first time, that's what we do to keep you balanced. You got to get your pH right. Remember, bacteria, virus, fungus, sepsis, parasites, cancer, COVID can't live in an all alkaline state. So tell me, how do you fight COVID-19? You stay alkaline, right? There you go, family. All right. All right. We got Robin on the line. Robin.
Hey, everyone.
Hey,
How
Robin,
are you?
where are you? Oh, I see you. Gotcha.
You see me?
Yeah, I
Yes,
see
we
you
can. Go
now.
I
ahead,
have a
Rob.
question about your kit.
Yep.
So I have the kit. I've been taking the cleanse. Now I'm not one to eat a lot of meat. So when I do take the cleanse every day, as you suggested, my bowels are starting to be runny. So do I have to take them every day? I mean, I know it's according to how my body is reacting to it, but I don't have to take it every day. And if I'm not taking it every day, should I start taking the parasites,
Right. So what how often are you taking it and when are you taking it?
I take it at night and I take 2 pills. And I have been doing every night. I did not do it last night. My problem is I don't go to the bathroom every day. So I didn't take it last night. I did not go to the bathroom today.
Okay. Remember, we had a discussion. I don't know if you were in on that conversation. I said that everyone's system is very sensitive. Some of them are not as sensitive. So it looks like if you have a sensitive system, you only need one, especially if you're only eliminating once or twice a day. Got it? If you're eating once or twice a day. Are you eating 3 meals a day?
I eat 2.
2 meals a day?
I just can't eat 3 meals. I just can't.
Well, remember, a meal is the definition of a meal can mean a sitting. Okay, so you can have fruit in the morning. That's a meal. Got it? So I suggest that everyone stay balanced to do something. Okay, try to, if you don't want to eat something, you have to fuel up with something. Don't just not eat breakfast. People will say that all the time. I don't eat breakfast, or that it may cause a problem. I always tell folks, don't do that. See, you're burning up energy, but you're not fueling up. You got it? And then that's when people tend to go like this all through the day. Got it? So even if you're not, take a green drink.
I do that 3 times a day. I do my green.
Got it. So if you're doing the green drink, that's probably, along with the colon cleanse, what's giving you the stool that's moving soft. It's probably a little bit different. Are you a meat eater?
No, I eat more fish than anything. No.
Fish? Do you eat turkey or chicken?
I eat chicken once a week.
Okay. Like I said, that's what you're experiencing. You're experiencing the green drink. You're flushing. You're absolutely flushing.
Okay.
So it's not a bad thing. If it becomes a problem, just back down to 1. Okay. Just back down to 1.
Okay.
All right. So right now, I would say that you just basically learn your body, keep the system moving. I would say cleanse and make sure that you're eliminating, at least if you're eating 3 times, you want to eliminate 3 times. Really, even if you're eating twice a day, just try to eliminate twice. Do you know how fast your system's moving? I don't know if you heard the class when we did the time frames from the 18 to 48 hours. You remember that?
I do remember that, yes.
Okay, 18 to 48 hours. That's your normal bowel movement time. Anything prior to 18 hours is what? Anybody? Boy, not
Diarrhea.
everybody at the same time. Well, y'all got to slow it down.
Yeah.
There's too many people, not at the same
It
time.
said 18 to 48 hours.
So it's
18 to 48 hours. Right, right,
Come over the
right.
pencil.
Well, I thought this
Yeah,
mic
they
wasn't
go to
on. I was
bed.
just checking
That's
it,
your
making
sign.
sure that mic was on.
and it should be solid, right?
Well, it's when you start to transition off meat, it's a phenomenal that you're not used to. You're not going to see the solidness of your stool as example. So don't get surprised by that. See, Robin, when you're taking the colon cleanse and you're doing the green drink, you're putting a lot of energy in your gut. Got it? So it's probably first time you've seen that before. Stool's not going to be hard anymore. It's going to be nice and smooth. Comes right out. That's what you call stool softener. Ooh.
Right. Yes.
Wow. Not like the one they give you the pill.
Well,
That means that's
hallelujah.
because your intestines, the lining of the intestines are being treated at the same time as you're moving the debris. You got it? So after you finish that, I would then move to the parasite cleanse. I would keep it going for, in your case, it moves a little, looks like you're moving pretty good. You probably want to, just in general, of course, we're not diagnosing, treating, or curing anything. We're just trying to say, based on what you're telling me, I would probably do about a 25 to 30 day cleanse. Got it? Okay. That's what I would do. So somewhere around halfway point, where are you right now on that again?
I'm on my seventh day.
Oh yeah, you just started. Oh yeah, you got a ways to go. You're gonna see a lot of changes, but it's all good though. So don't don't think that because it's runny that's a problem. You're taking the good herbs. You're flushing.
Okay.
All right, and remember, family, I want to tell everybody you're taking off layers. So if you're in layers, you got to take layers and layers off. Got it? Those layers and layers have to happen slowly. It's like a colonic. When you get a colonic done. Anybody ever had a colonic done?
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
Oh yes.
And that's what it feels like, Dr. Paul. In all honesty, that's exactly what it feels like. A colonic. My stomach.
Right. So that just means that, when you are taking off layers, all right, it's not going to happen. Remember, if you've been someone that's been eating meat all your life, and then all of a sudden you now start to try to do something holistic and organic, you got to take off layers. You remember the average person in their gut holds between 12 to sometimes 50 or 100 pounds of weight in their colon.
Wow.
You got that? Yes. Sometimes in an American diet, I'm scared to even give you those numbers.
Yeah.
You got it? So keep that in mind. All right.
Okay, thanks so much. And we just buy that? We just buy that on Wayne Avenue or Pollock Herbs, correct?
Pollock Herbs, right. Wayne Avenue, if you're listening and you're someone that's not in Philadelphia, you can order through Wayne Avenue Health Food. Wayne Avenue Health Food. And Bill, you got that number on Wayne Avenue?
I don't, but I'm in the process of putting it
in.
now.
Bill will pop it up for y'all, okay? And you can do that. Okay, thank you, Robin. Appreciate you. We got Michelle on the line. Michelle?
Hi, Dr. Paul.
Hey, Michelle.
I just want to say my condolences to your friend, and also I'll keep your family in prayer.
Thank you.
This pandemic. But my question is, I'm a allergy sufferer, and my allergies are really bad during this time, and I really want to do a detox. So I don't know where to start. I see so many detoxes. And it's hard for me to breathe because I feel like I'm congested in my nostrils. So I just want it to end so I can breathe.
Okay. All right. So remember, every detox starts with the gut. Okay. You got to start with cleaning the gut, just like we just talked with Robin about the colon cleanse and the parasite cleanse. Whenever you want to do anything of any change in your body, we say change comes by the transformation of your mind. You got to change the way you're thinking, right? So start with number one, you want to start with cleaning the gut. Okay. Allergies. Let's talk about what allergies are. Allergies are the body responding. It's overreacting. It's an overreaction of the immune system. That means it's trying to purge. That's why what are some of the symptoms of what are some of the symptoms? Runny nose, runny eyes. What else? Coughing. Somebody's right on the block coughing right at the right time.
Itching eyes.
Right?
Eyes.
So what's happening is your body's purging. So you have to help the body purge. So some people will tend to have, I would definitely suggest also that you get a allergen test, okay, to make sure that you're not experiencing allergens. Usually it's kind of unusual to have it at this time of the year to be affecting you. So you have to be mindful of your surroundings and environment. So environment is a key part of allergies. So that means that wash the rugs, okay, the dust, the dander, and also you have pets. If you have pets, also remember when you are around in the house, you're kicking up more dust and dirt because everybody's in right now, right? Because nobody's going out as much. Also, we're in that time right now of change of season. So, Michelle, first thing I would say is you want to cleanse the colon, okay? That's number one. Cool, cleanse the colon. And I'll give you some herbs that I recommend for, specifically for allergies. But first, it starts off with the good colon cleanse parasite formula. If y'all listening for the first time, let me grab one. Who won that last time? Who won? You remember I gave away one? Who won that? Bill?
Let me
Not me.
Let me look at my notes.
I know it wasn't me.
It wasn't me either.
All right, now y'all stop cutting up. This one right here. This is the colon cleanse, Michelle. And here's the parasite formula. Got it? So this is called the Eliminator. And I'm sorry you probably seen me show it before, but that's just for those who have not seen that before. All right. This means that what I want you to do is start there first. I would absolutely try to get a allergen test to see if there's anything specific you're having a reaction to. Okay, you hear? You hear, Michelle?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Now, runny nose. Okay. You said sinuses, right? Was it sinuses or runny nose?
It was sinusitis.
Okay. All right. Remember, there was a. Are you on any special diets or anything?
No. I'm just drinking plenty of water, and I'm also in the herbs as well. I have like chamomile, like green tea, tea like that. So.
Okay. No dairy, right?
No dairy. If it's dairy, I'll have to. I use almond milk.
Okay. All right. Now, be careful of the almond milk family. Okay, there is one thing that you'll find in almond milk that some people have a problem with, and that's called carrageenan. Carrageenan. Anybody know what I'm talking about?
I don't even know how to spell it.
Yes, I do.
Go ahead, Flo.
C-A.
Carrageenan. C-A-R-A-G-E-E-N-A-N. Carrageenan.
N-A-N.
Not I-N. C-A-R-A-G-E-E-N-A-N. Carrageenan. Now, carrageenan is actually, because those that drink almond milk really are, ex-milk drinkers.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
The
Wow.
ex-milk drinkers. So
Yeah.
basically what they're doing is trying to help those
Extra.
who are still addicted to milk deal with almond milk, but it's not as thick. That was the complaint.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
as thick.
Okay.
So carrageenan
They're taking
actually comes from out of the ocean. It's one of the red seaweeds.
Uh-huh.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
How about
You didn't
that?
even know that was in your almond milk, did
How
you?
about
No,
that?
sure
Mhm.
didn't.
Only
Oh,
thing I knew that
wow.
Some
only thing I knew there was not that much
some
almonds in the world.
people have a problem with that, okay? Because they denature the stuff. They denature it, and it's not real red seaweed anymore. It's kind of like a chemical version of it,
Mhm.
but they still
Mhm.
use it in high industrialization,
Mm.
and it's used to thicken up the
Milk.
almond milk. You got it?
Oh wow.
So sometimes you'll buy almond milk and it'll say, or even cashew milk, and it'll say no carrageenan. You got it?
Mhm.
Mhm.
So Michelle, make
Yeah.
sure your milk
That's what I get.
has no carrageenan.
Carrageenan in it.
You got it?
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Food for thought. Thank you.
All right. So that may cause an issue with your gut. So be careful, okay? Now, if you're doing
Okay.
all the other
Almond
things,
breeze.
you sound like you're doing a lot of herbs and things. There's one that
I'm
I want to
trying.
recommend for you for allergies, okay?
Okay, I'm listening.
All right, this is actually to sort of balance out this whole thing. We use to balance out allergies bee pollen. Bee
Mhm.
pollen. Bee pollen. You've used that before?
No.
Okay. All right. Bee pollen. Why bee pollen? Because remember, the bees go out to all of the floral, right? Goes all the way out to the nectar. And as they go out, they come back in and they bring from all different types of plant life. And they bring it back to the actual comb, right? And you ever see the comb? Y'all remember comb, honeycomb, right? This ain't honeycomb cereal I'm talking about. I'm talking about the actual comb, all right? So what happens is the bee comes in, and after he's been sort of bathing himself in the nectar, all the nectar from the plant, he squeezes in. And when he squeezes in, it almost like wrings all of that nectar right to the honeycomb.
That's right. That's right.
Now, when that nectar actually hardens, it gets hard, it dries out, it gets hard, you scrape it down, now you got bee pollen.
Oh, get out. Okay.
Got it? That's where bee
Okay.
pollen comes from. So, with that case, it comes in like little granules, like little rocks. You'll see it like little rocks. Now, some people will say, when you buy it, you'll see it in the store, but it should be refrigerated if you can. It should be refrigerated. Get rid of it. But bee pollen tends to have all of the active reactionary things that you may be experiencing with the allergy. So you would take like a small steps. We say crawl, walk, run. You want to take a little bit of the bee pollen and add it to your cereals in the morning.
Okay.
Got it?
What if you're allergic to like the bee pollen?
Well, you got to
there
ask
a
yourself if
alternative?
you're allergic to the bee pollen or synthetics that are added to it. Because remember, this is straight nectar. Got it? So it will make it feel like it gets worse at first because it has to balance out. It's taking the principles of balance and it's trying to balance out whatever's out of balance in you. It's going to be in that bee pollen in some of the nectar somewhere. You got it? So you would start off with like a 1/4 teaspoon. And then your next day you come back for 1 week, you do a 1/4 teaspoon. Next week you do a 1/2 teaspoon. Then after that one, you come in with a full teaspoon. But it may seem like it gets a little bit worse, but it's not getting worse. It's actually getting better. You're balancing out. Got it?
Okay.
And that's just one of the techniques that we use for doing that. Now, the only other one I would recommend would be for allergies would be elderberry. Elderberry.
Ah, that's good.
Black elderberry, to be exact. Sambucus. Sambucus.
Okay.
All right. Now, what does that do? That actually is also from that elder tree, which gives us its name, elder, which means elder. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Y'all still there? Y'all awake? Y'all still here?
That's still
All
there.
right.
Still there. Everybody's
Elder
listening tonight.
meaning wise tree, wise berry tree. That's what usually helps to deal with things like viruses. That's why elderberry is good for viruses right now. When you start dealing with the things like when you're trying to deal with things like the virus, any type of fungus in the body, but it's also very good for diabetes. So anytime you're dealing with diabetes and sugar control, that's why you'll see a lot of people selling either sea moss or black elderberry. Yep. Got it. So that's just to help you along the way. I would say you would need an assessment to be more sure. Also, you got to clean the liver. Last thing, because if you got to clean the blood, you have to clean the liver. So you have to be aware of all of the liver cleanses. That would be what? Burdock root. All right. Not to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent any disease, just food for the soul. Dandelion. You got it? Things like what? Yellow dock. Yellow dock.
Diabetes.
You got it? Those are all your pick. You don't need all of them. You just need one of them.
Okay.
You got it?
So you can
All
take
right.
dandelion tea.
Yes, dandelion tea is good. Yes. Also, one last thing. Remember, there was this thing called that a lot of folks used to get back in the day, which was a sinus infection. And it was called catarrh. Okay. And that comes from catarrh is an infection in your mucous membranes in your sinuses. You got it? So that can happen from a lot of different things. So that's why we use the blood cleansers, the bee pollen, any of the liver things that we just mentioned. And that's the start. Okay.
Okay.
All right, Michelle.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. All right, who we have? Is that Ashioma?
Yes, please.
Yes,
Hi,
how
Dr.
are
Cole.
you? Did I pronounce that right?
Absolutely.
Oh, see there.
All right. All right.
Where you in? San Francisco? Where you at?
Not at all. I'm in Calgary.
She's in Calgary.
And Calgary, what you doing with San Francisco back there? I was in some Calgary.
You got She's in Calgary, Canada. She's calling all the way from Canada.
I know. That's why I say I want to see some pictures of Canada. I want to see Golden Gate Bridge.
Oh boy.
Hi,
What's
everyone.
going on?
Yeah, well, not too bad. Just hearing you talk about the inflammation, which is what I'm going through and all of that. Yeah, so I don't know. I hope they get better someday. But anyways, I got a question. The other call we had, you talked about
Sambuca.
That we just talked about it.
Just
Yeah.
talked about it.
Yeah, so I got it, and I'm wondering, I usually prefer to make my elderberry on my own, just get the elderberry and other things and, make it for my family. But it's been pretty hard for me to get it, the dry elderberry. Oh no, my daughter. Oh, stop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keep going. Keep going.
Okay, so I got this, and I'm wondering, should I only give it to them when they're a little bit down, probably having runny nose, or it's something I can give to them on a daily basis until I can make mine?
No, I think you should do it as a definite support for the family. Everybody should be taking something right now. COVID is no joke, y'all. I'm just going to tell you.
Amen.
It's no joke. If anyone's had anything close to that, I can speak on that. I had pneumonia years ago and had a double collapsed lung.
Wow.
Oh yeah, ain't nothing like having all fresh air around you and you can't breathe.
Can't breathe a bit.
So I want to tell you this right now. Use it as a protective, for especially the children. Keep them on point. We try to give them that because they can't get the discipline of taking herbs and things. But if we put it in a syrup form, they can grab it. You got it?
Mm-hmm.
So the old Indian wild cherry bark syrup, or the sambucas, or the elderberry. Those are for what the children should be getting right now. Keeps their immune systems nice and strong. Matter of fact, here's the old Indian.
Yeah, I'm still looking for this. I probably will order it off of Amazon. I can't find it.
Right, that's the old Indian. Here is this is my elderberry syrup. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. All right.
Another question I have, so I can give them on a daily basis just to boost their immune system.
Yeah, I would do it. You know what I would do? I would do at least 1 to 2 tablespoons after every meal. Got it?
Okay.
That's how you keep them on point. Got it? Remember, family, you got to keep these 3 levels of energy going. Don't just say I take my herbs in the morning, because by the time after the end of the day, you way down here.
It's gone.
You moving around.
Yes.
Do you know that every part of the day that you do something, even if you just sitting around doing nothing on TV, you are burning energy. You got it?
So true.
That's why when you go to sleep, I tell folks all the time, you got to get some sleep. You got to shut it down. Stop eating after 7 o'clock.
Oh.
Stop drinking water after 7 o'clock. Oh, y'all smiling. I know y'all just gave up y'all goods right there. Y'all just smiling. Y'all just going like this. Oops. I know. Just give me a pinky shout. That's all right. I hear you.
Okay, I got 2 more questions, please.
Okay, all right.
Okay, you talked about the website where we can look up non-GMO kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the website again?
Okay, it's www.non-GMO project.org. O-R-G.
Okay.
Bill, grab some of them questions that are popping up there. You got them in a second, right?
As a matter of fact, there's one that says, why can't you drink water after 7 p.m.?
Okay, for those who are coming up for the first time, drinking water after 7 p.m. is pushing your timeline. Got it? The bladder empties out every 2 to 3 hours. You hear that? Bladder empties out every 2 to 3 hours. So your real time for getting water should be half your body weight in ounces, right? Y'all remember that? So whatever you weigh, you split it in half and divide that by 16.9, which will be 1 bottle, right? All right. So for example, for those of you hearing this for the first time, if, say, for example, give me somebody's weight. Anybody want to give up their weight tonight? Oh, no, I don't think so. All right. All right.
157.
Don't you start no, man.
199.
199. All right. So we're going to say, why you give me 199? Why can it just be
200? Make it 200.
Who is that, Flo?
Yes.
All right, Flo. All right.
Flo not going to tell you.
Say, for instance, it was 199 because Flo wanted to know. All right. Divide that by 2, and that's what? 99.5 ounces, right? That's that person's water intake in ounces per day. Now, it doesn't mean you got to go out and drink all that water, because if you're not a water drinker, don't try to do this. Got it?
Yes.
So just know your numbers and crawl, walk, run till you get there. So now you know your number. So we divide 99.5, divide that by 16.9. Which is 1 bottle, 1 standard bottle. So what is that? That would be 5.8. Got it? 5.8. So that person needs to get almost 6 bottles a day. Almost 6 bottles. Got it?
Sort of. I mean, it's not totally good, but at least I can look down for a period of time.
Mute your mic,
So,
guys.
so
Mute your mic.
5.8 would be their number, right? Now, we need to get that in a full day. So you have from, write this down, 4 a.m. in the morning till 7 p.m. to get that water in. How many hours is that?
12.
Some of y'all pointing on your hand, fingers,
15.
and toes, ain't y'all? All right, counting on your fingers and toes.
9, 10,
15
11, 12, 1, 2,
hours.
3, 4, 5, 6,
You
7.
got 15
Yep,
hours
15 hours.
of wake time to get it in. Because what happens is if you get it in between that time, 4 a.m. to 7 p.m., now at 7 o'clock, you're moving into the assimilation cycle. You got it? At that time, you're pushing the timeline. So if at about 7 o'clock, remember how many hours does how many hours does your bladder empty? Around what?
2 to 3
3 hours.
3 hours.
So from 7 o'clock, that's what? No later than around 10 or 11 o'clock, you should be eliminating, right? That should be your last elimination for the day because you're going into sleep. This is why so many people can't get sleep because you're always getting up in the middle of the night because you didn't take advantage of the time from 4 a.m. to 7 p.m. during the day to get the adequate amount of water so you're thirsty at night. You got me? Now, let me tell you why this is bad. Because now if you push the timeline and now you drink water after 7 o'clock and you going 7, 8, 9, 10, guess what? You're going to be up 2 and 3 times in the evening. And it's going to break what's called your REM sleep. Anybody know what REM sleep is? REM.
That's the best sleep,
Random eye
right?
movement.
REM sleep. I mentioned that before. You ever see random eye movement?
Rapid eye movement.
Random eye movement. That's when you see somebody's eyes moving back and forth like this. They like this. You say, what's wrong with them? They look crazy. You know, they sleep. They are in deep sleep.
Yes.
It's actually a paralysis. The body puts itself in a state of paralysis. And why is there a state of paralysis? Because the body's saying, I need to shut everything down so that it can repair the body. Wow.
That's deep.
That means that if you don't get into that REM sleep, then your body never really adequately gets a chance to repair itself. So maybe that's the reason why some people never get well.
That's true.
Maybe it's because they always saying, if you ask somebody with high blood pressure, diabetes, situations with cancer, issues with bone, joint, ligament, inflammation. First thing I ask them, how's your sleep? Oh, I never sleep. I'm a night owl. I stay up all night. Okay. You never get enough sleep. You got to shut it down. You got to get into that deep sleep. And the only way you're going to get into it is what? Stop going to the bathroom. You got to get up every couple hours. And then when you get up for the couple hours, you take one more sip.
And you can't
two
go
more
to sleep.
Eye movement.
You might drink one more bottle before you get back in the day. So that's going to be for the next couple hours. You're going to It's a vicious cycle that keeps going and going and going. What's your goal? To get uninterrupted sleep, y'all. You got it? When you hit that bed, it better be night. When you wake up, it should be day. That's it.
Right. I'm a rock.
That's some good sleep.
I'm a rock, buddy.
All right. All right, raise your hand on the side. If you still have questions, raise your hand on the side.
I had one over here, Dr. Paul, in regard to liver.
Okay. Ashima, all right, let me get one more question from her, Bill, and then I'll go.
Okay, go ahead. No problem.
Okay. So since for the assessment, since I'm in Calgary and I can't come all the way to Philly for the assessment, is there anybody that you can recommend that can do the assessment for me here in Calgary?
Interesting enough, not what we do. what we do is we can do a phone consultation. Okay.
Okay.
And usually the phone consultation, we do, I used to have a kit that I sent out to people, but that sort of just kind of didn't go well because a lot of people either lost it or didn't get it in the mail, stuff like that. So I would say a phone consultation would be in order. And remember, family, I do 30-minute and 45-minute to hour consultations. Okay. And that is something that we can get you in. Flo, we just did one with Flo today. Flo, right?
Yes, yes.
Yep. We got one with Flo today. So you can get it in. We can work it out without having to naturally be tested. Yes, it would be advantageous for you to be here, but sometimes we know, of course, that can't happen, but we can do the best we can. Now, I can give you instructions on things that you can get, all right, in preparation for the assessment, okay? So the pH strips and things like that, I can help you, all right? So set up a consultation, okay, family?
Okay. Thank you very much.
All right,
Okay.
Flo, go ahead, Flo.
Okay, I don't have a question. I have a testimony.
Oh, testimonies. Somebody said, I
Wow.
heard a testimony. Can I get an
I've been,
amen? All right.
Go ahead.
I've been taking the green drink, and I mean, I was taking it when I was in Philly, but now I'm taking it. I'm committed to taking it. I do it every day, sometimes 3 times a day, and I take my colon cleanse. And I have diverticulitis, and I had a resection in my intestine, so it makes me hard for me to go to the bathroom. But since I've been committed to the green drink and the colon cleanse, I have to say I go to the bathroom all the time.
All right.
And
Now.
it comes out the way it's supposed to come out.
All right.
All right. I like that.
Yeah, I
Hey,
like that.
let's
That's
give
what's
Flo
up.
a
That's what's up,
hand.
everybody. Yes, indeed.
And
That's
I
Hey.
lost 9 pounds.
Go ahead, Flo. Knock
Whoa.
yourself
Go
out,
ahead,
girl.
girl.
Yeah.
You
That's
go
what's
ahead
up.
now.
See, that's wonderful.
You
And
go
I'm walking
ahead.
like 4 to 5 miles a day. So
All right.
Wow.
All right. That's what's up.
Awesome, Flo.
That's
You know,
terrific.
that is
That's terrific.
awesome
That's what I
testimony.
like to hear.
Are y'all hearing that, family?
Yes.
You can do it.
Yeah.
See, it's a little bit, I guess it's a little biased if I say it because they say you're supposed to say it, Doc. But when you hear it from somebody else,
Yes,
you
indeed.
can know
Makes
that
all the
this
difference
thing
in
is
the
very
world.
real, family. You can change any situation you have. Don't ever think nobody has nothing on you. You got
That's
it?
right.
There's only one author and finisher of your faith, and we know who
Amen.
that is. You got it?
Amen.
So
Yes.
understand that they're just giving their philosophical understanding of the
Right.
situation.
Yes.
That don't mean that's God's understanding of the situation.
That's right.
You got
That's
it?
right. Yes.
All right. I want you to keep that and understand that when you start to put the power of your essence and your power into something, get dedicated to it.
Yes.
If you want to do it, understand this is the time to do it. You
And
got
it
it?
will work for you.
Just apply the principles. Don't break the rules, and you will get the results you're looking for.
That's right.
You got it?
Mm-hmm.
Apply the principles. Don't break the rules, and you will see your results. Flo, I can only say congratulations.
Yes,
all
indeed.
right?
Yes,
you.
indeed. One more time.
Congratulations. You're doing great. You're doing
Okay.
great. Keep up the great work.
All right. Now let's go to this other question here, Dr. Paul. Do you
Okay.
for a liver and kidney cleanse for acne? Okay. How do you do that? And then how do you treat esophageal reflux?
That was me.
Okay. Was that
All
you?
right.
Okay. What was that now? I heard the acne.
Okay. Do you do the liver or kidney cleanse for acne? Number one. And how do you treat esophageal reflux? The two questions.
Okay. Right.
Stacy.
Again, right. Yes, you do use the liver for the blood. Got it? Definitely.
Okay. All right.
Liver for the blood, right? Liver cleanses the blood. Usually the ones I mentioned, which was like the burdock root, the dandelion, those yellow dock, all those herbs, those are like traditional herbs.
Yes,
you know what?
yes.
If you look into the lore of the traditional indigenous people of this planet, those are called the sacred herbs. There were some that were just considered sacred. And burdock root was one. Golden seal was another one. You got it? some of these herbs were just traditionally used all the time. So yes, that will clean the intestines. It'll clean the blood. And then when you clean the blood, you clean the skin. That's derma. Got it?
Okay.
So what was the other one you said?
Esophagus. I have
Esophageal, right.
right.
Esophageal reflux.
And it's much better now because when I didn't even know I had it, I would always smell cigarette smoke. And I thought it was like my neighbors. And then I had like a coating on my tongue.
Yes.
And then the cigarettes, it was me. Smell
So
was
you're a
coming
former
out.
smoker?
So
You're a
no,
former smoker?
no, it was the
Nope.
acid.
Nope.
It was like the acid. I don't have like acid reflux in my stomach. It was just more in when I got diagnosed, it was more like in my esophagus area.
Okay.
So I was taking like omeprazole, Prilosec. I stopped one of them and then come to find out, they said don't take Zantac at all.
Yeah, don't mess with that. See,
Yeah.
remember, we talked about this one time before. It's probably been a while since we did talk about that, but remember, skin on the outside, skin on the inside.
Okay,
So what's happening is that lining of the intestines is inflamed. Got it?
Yep.
So things like the aloe vera gel, y'all remember I mentioned that?
Yeah.
Remember, it grows in desert places where it deals with heat. So that means skin. Got it? So it's good for the skin and protection from the sun. So that would be things that grow like that. So aloe vera gel. Remember, we mentioned also papaya. Okay, papaya.
Yep.
Okay, papaya. These are all foods, y'all, not to diagnose, treat, cure, and prevent any disease. It's food for the soul.
I do papaya. I haven't eaten papaya, but I'll buy it.
Yeah, papaya. Those are digestible enzyme things. Got it?
Okay.
You can also do things
about-
like the raw cabbage.
Okay.
The raw cabbage. Okay, raw cabbage is very good.
Purple?
Raw cabbage, you just use your NutriBullet or something and just take a cabbage, blend it down, and drink it on an empty stomach.
Okay.
Is that red or
Also,
green
the
cabbage?
aloe vera gel is on an empty stomach. Everything is empty stomach to help it repair the line. Now, you don't have to take a lot of it. You can take about 2 to 3 ounces at a time. You don't have to take a lot of the cabbage juice, okay? But it's excellent for repairing the line. Stay away from fermentation.
Okay, I do.
Is that red or green?
I'm sorry, repair the lungs or the lining? You're saying repair
Lining.
The lining. The lining.
Lining.
So watch fermentation. Stay away from fermentation, y'all.
Okay,
they
now
got
the
everybody
gel.
convinced.
The gel, right? Is it like, because I've had aloe vera, plain, like I, scraped it off the leaf and all that stuff. You mean that?
Right, it's a gel kind. See, not the juice. The juice is
Right.
one. Then you have the gel. So it comes in 2 types. It's with or without pulp. Yeah, there you go,
Yes,
right
you got
there.
it. Thank
That
you.
one
Oh,
or this one right here. See right
Thank
here?
you. Wendell.
Okay.
Dang, I'm just a walking
Hello.
advertiser.
Okay, I
over
see it. I see it. Okay.
Thank you, baby.
I take 2 tablespoons every morning and then I walk, because once you take it, you're not supposed to eat for a half hour.
That's right. You're not supposed to eat for a half hour. You got it?
Thank you.
So the
What
whole
is the
point.
consistency? So I know, get my
What was that?
What's the consistency of it?
Usually about 2 tablespoons.
No,
I mean,
she
is
said-
it
she said
liquidy or is it more like a
liquid?
gel?
It's like
Is
a
it
gel.
thick?
It's like
It's a
like a gel.
Okay.
Liquid gel.
Gel.
All right.
It's like a
So
little
do-
thickness to it. See, that's the whole concept, is that it coats the lining of the intestines as opposed to the
Okay.
juice, which will move too fast. You got it?
Yes.
You want it to increase the lining of the intestines.
Okay.
Now, you can also, there's one last one you can get. You can go to the herbal store and get what's called digestible enzymes.
I'm done.
Digestible enzymes.
Trying to figure out stuff to do without.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
What
Thank
about
you. Thank you very much.
Okay.
What about this
Just one
seaweed
thing.
stuff that I hear everybody drinking?
Right. That's sea moss.
Sea moss, yeah.
Yeah. Sea moss is excellent. Sea moss
One more
is
thing.
there's either two types that you're getting right now. You're getting sea moss has gotten its popularity because it is one of the probably the most nutritious, or one of the very many nutritious sea vegetables. See, it comes from most places you buy it is from primarily St. Lucia
Okay.
in the islands. That's where a lot of it's coming from. So what they're doing is you would basically just, it comes. Everybody ever seen this before? Anybody seen this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it comes in a
What you put in
gel.
the microwave?
Most of the brothers and sisters are delivered to you in a
Why'd you
gel
put it in
form.
there?
It provides of
Oh,
about
you need to put it
102
in the
of
refrigerator.
the minerals and vitamins and amino acids and everything that you need for a day. It provides somewhere about 92.
Wow.
So it's
Okay.
high nutrition.
Okay.
That's also where y'all heard about, y'all remember when Magic Johnson
Every morning.
Yeah, very
had the
well.
AIDS?
Very
They
sick.
said,
Yeah.
"Oh, he got the AIDS."
Hey, yeah.
And he had the news report, and everybody was on TV saying he did.
Correct.
Everybody thought he was
Yeah.
dead, right?
Still here.
Correct.
Well, guess what he got with? He got with Dr. Sabi, and Dr. Sabi introduced him to the sea moss.
Correct.
So the sea moss raised the pH. Sometimes the pH on the sea moss can reach as high as 14.0.
Wow.
Wow.
So
Wow.
that goes after all of the nutrients, and also it speeds up the ability for the body to move the mucus out the body.
Okay.
You got it? So if you're having mucus problems,
Yes.
that is absolutely what you want.
Okay.
Because
Just
remember
one
what
other
mucus
thing.
is, right? So I think that they misconstrue what Dr. Sabi was really trying to say. He was really, if I may be able to paraphrase for him, God rest his soul, he was trying to tell people to get the mucus out of the body. But if I need to add a little bit more to that, remember, mucus is for your benefit. That's
Mucus.
what it's supposed to do. That's the transient system which is used to bring waste out of the
Out of the
body.
body. Yes.
So it thickens
Yeah.
based on what level of toxicity that's inside of you.
Amen.
So remember, we talked about the consistency, right? What was
Yeah.
the consistency? The consistency was white.
Mhm.
Then it turns what?
Yeah. Yellow.
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 Yeah.
And
Yep.
then if it's real bad, it
Green.
turns
Green.
what?
Green.
Green.
Green,
That's
right?
infection.
Green.
That means infections, usually
That's right.
virus. That means it's got to get real thick because this thing is getting hard. So it
Mhm.
pulls the moisture out of it. So really, when it's white, it's got more moisture. It's
Yes.
more
Oh
water.
boy.
So now when it starts to get yellow, that means the water's coming out of it. It's turning yellow.
Oh,
Wow.
oh boy.
You got it? Because the body
Yeah.
says, wait a minute, this is the tough one right here. We got to thicken this up. So it starts to remove the water out of it. So now it gets thick. Then if it gets really bad, then it turns green. That's all moisture out. So that means it's
Oh
real
boy.
thick. Because if
Yeah.
you notice, if you ever see anybody spit out, you'll see them spit it out. And if it's green, you better run.
Yeah. I know.
Oh
That
boy.
Yeah.
means it's really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really
That
bad.
happened.
Dr.
That
Paul.
happened to me, Dr.
Okay, let
Paul.
me get to a couple of people. I have some hands up. I got to go back to there. Is that Khadijah?
Yes, it is. Hello.
Yes, Khadijah. How are you?
I'm good, thank God. How is you?
Good.
How's
Wonderful.
everybody?
Just
Good.
wonderful.
Listen,
All right.
two
Thankful.
things. Yes,
Another
when it's
day.
green, it's infection. I went through that when I was in Atlanta, and my husband
Oh
bought
boy.
Yerba Santa, and he made me take this Yerba Santa. He kept saying, drink it down, drink it down. He put a little lemon in it, lemon juice, fresh juice.
Are you saying
And
Yoruba?
Yerba Santa.
Yes, Yoruba. Yes.
Yes. And I'm telling you, it had, I mean, the green, it was just coming out of my nose, my mouth, everything. I think I had pneumonia or something, but that's what saved me.
Yeah. See
my.
right here?
Yerba Santa.
One of the key ingredients is Yerba Santa,
Yes.
the old Indian wild cherry bark syrup.
Okay.
Key ingredient is yerba Santa. Got it? It's YERBASANTA. If you have that, it's a leaf. It's a yerba Santa leaf, which is
Spell that again.
expectorant. It's an expectorant. It's going to
Yeah.
Spell that
pull
again,
with
please.
B-E-R.
YERBA.
RBA.
B-A.
Santa, like
Second word is
BA.
Santa. SANTA.
Looked at
Right.
Like Santa Claus.
Like
Yeah.
Santa Claus.
YERBA.
B-A.
Uh-huh. And
Got
then
it?
Santa like Santa Claus.
Santa.
You got it.
It's kind of expensive too. But the other
Yeah,
thing
but
I want,
there's remember these are herbs that are. Remember, I said they're sacred herbs. You don't
Yeah.
hear about them, but
Mhm.
they are considered the sacred family to the indigenous people. You got it. So Yerba Santa, El Campaign. I'm just reading some off of here. Let's see. Whorehound. You ever heard of whorehound?
yes.
Yeah.
Whorehound.
Yeah.
Very bitter, very bitter. That's when you have like some of those whorehound. You'll have whorehound cough drops. You remember the
Yeah.
cough drops? Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you've all heard of hyssop.
Yes.
Hyssop is from the Bible,
Yes,
right?
from the Bible.
Mhm.
Cleanse your body with hyssop.
May I purge myself with
Yes,
what? Hyssop.
Amen. H-Y.
So what does that mean? That means you got to purge the system. You got to get this stuff out of you. You got it? So when you have allergies, if you have blood issues, if you have all of this stuff, they used to do this all the time, every change of seasons. Got it?
Mhm.
You're supposed to wash your hands every day, right? Was the last
Right.
time you washed your colon? You got
Right.
it? How last time you clean your blood? You know, do all those things. Got it? So I want y'all to keep that in mind. This thing is about detox. Get it in and get it out. You got it? All
Okay,
right.
one
Good
other
point.
thing.
That was good, Khadijah. That was
All right,
good.
Okay, one more thing I want to say. I mean, if you don't think you're blowing up, you're really blowing up. Because I tried to make I did make an appointment to get the RM3
Yes.
test, but you so backed up, we have to wait till February. So you got to start hiring somebody, or I don't know what you're gonna do, but we need you now.
But you know what? I'll say this. I'm gonna come to an understanding and understand, family. Believe me, even if you just get booked in, got it?
Okay. Yeah.
Believe it or not, we have a cancellation list.
I'm on it.
Get on the cancellation list. Let me just give you an example. There was somebody the other day who was booked in February, but when we go down the cancellation list, not everybody picks up. Some people are not available. And guess what? Person came right in from February just yesterday. How about that?
Great.
You got me? So it's not about don't let that fear you, because if it's your day, it's your day.
I know.
You got it. Sometimes you got to get in, it's your day. So we're getting, and I'm moving them as fast as I can because it's a lot, it's an overflow right now. Either I'm constantly with folks one-on-one, or I'm doing consultations, or like I say, I'm either on Zoom or the radio. It's a lot going on right now, but don't let that discourage you. I want you to stay on point. That's why I do this call on, the family tree, because it's that important. You got it? It's that important. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I feel better then.
All right. Get yourself booked now. Go ahead. Get the works, y'all. Get the works.
That's right. That's
all right.
Exactly right.
I have who am I have here? Is that Diane?
Yes, I'm
yes,
here.
Diane. How are you?
I'm good. I have
Where
a question about.
Oh yeah, there you are.
I have a question about. I got two questions. One question is about, you mentioned taking the raw cabbage.
Yep.
Is that green cabbage or is that red cabbage?
Either one you want.
So you mean raw, like just blending it up in a blender and drinking it that way?
Yep, not cooking it. That's right. Not boiling it. Nothing. You'd have to do anything. Just make sure you wash it thoroughly. Just wash it thoroughly. And remember, here's the point. If you were to boil it or even, any heat hits it, it's going to tear down the enzyme structure.
So
which is the main reason why you're taking it. The enzymes in the cabbage help the enzymes break down in your intestines. Got it? So it's helping the balance and supports good bacteria in your gut. Because remember, there's a war going on in your gut. Y'all know that, right?
Yeah.
It's a war going on. So what you want to do is make sure you have a good something that's going to break down is going to be a good enzyme, and it's in its raw state is how your body reacts the best. Got it?
Gotcha.
So that would be now the only difference between the purple or red and the regular green is what? Anybody know?
The color.
Purple is God's choice.
I was
Purple is the first fruit. It is the first color. It's the richest.
It's Mother Earth fruit.
Yeah.
Straight from
It has the doctrine of signature.
God's signature.
It's God's signature. It says what? That's my first.
Yeah.
That's the purple, right? The red or purple is always the first. Got it? That's the highest medicinal energy. That's why it's always sweeter. It has a sweeter taste to it.
Right.
You notice that some people who love cabbage say, I don't like making my cabbage with that red one because it's too sweet.
No, I like the red better.
You like the red better?
Yes.
I think it'll be better for you if you're doing your juicing. If you're juicing it, that would be a better one. Absolutely.
Okay, great. Okay, so my second question is, my second question would be, when you're taking the colon cleanse, do you have to be on a certain type of diet? And what can you give babies?
What can you give babies? Okay.
What kind of baby
first
food?
question again was what? What was that first question?
Do you have to be on a diet when you're taking not a diet, but do you have to eat certain foods when you're doing colon cleanse?
No, not necessarily. Okay. We just try to say stay off the heavy meat, like the beef. The worst family, I'm going to tell y'all, the one that does the damage to the body more than anything is that beef. The beef, the beef. Here we are in the cheese capital, the cheesesteak capital of the world. And absolutely, it's the cheesesteak. Yeah, I know it sounds crazy, but that beef gets caught in your gut.
Yes.
You have the ascending. It goes like this. I'm looking at the way your intestines look. The ascending side, the transverse, and then the descending side of your colon. Usually on the descending side where it's coming down, that side usually gets blocked. When people say, I got a pain in my left side, that's usually because you got some meat trapped in that area. Heavy meat eaters. Yep. Heavy meat eaters.
Okay.
So you got that pain on that left side, lower left side, not upper. If it's upper, that's more like pancreas. That's pancreas and gall and not gall, pancreas. Usually pancreas on that side. Yep. So just keep that in mind, okay? Keep that in mind.
Okay, got it. And so
meat,
that my last,
yeah, you got to watch that heavy meat. Beef the worst. Absolutely.
No beef. Okay. Okay. So now, what about the what do you feed babies? I mean, what kind of baby?
How old is the baby? How old is the baby?
6 months.
Okay, 6 months. See, they don't need a whole lot of stuff. You just got to make sure the baby has. We take I'll give you an example of what I use for my son. When he was young, I took one of those little baby food processors. You can use your NutriBullet if you have it, but you don't need to blend it as hard. Okay. So my wife took all of the organic fruits and vegetables and she blended everything down to make it, clean it very thorough though. Clean it very thorough. Make sure it's number 9s, okay? And you make your own baby food.
Correct.
You can sprinkle a little bit of the green drink in there. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Sprinkle a little green drink in there. Usually try to do like a half a teaspoon to a full teaspoon. Got it? And then you blend it in and you got it. Boom.
Good.
Awesome. Thank you.
Absolutely. All right. Who is next? Someone I haven't heard from yet. All right. Dolores, is that you down there? Unmute yourself. Dolores?
Yes.
You get? How you
Hello?
doing there? I see you waving your hand.
Yes. How are you?
I am well.
I really missed those classes. Those classes. I really missed them. But I wanted to ask you a question about the green drink. I just got your green drink on Saturday. I have been taking bitter melon and wormwood complex. Would that interfere with the cleanse?
Not at all. Not at all. You know, how are you taking the wormwood? Because you know wormwood is very bitter. You know, that's
just in a capsule.
This capsule? Okay.
Yes, it's in a capsule.
That's not a problem. Wormwood is a parasite. That's a parasite cleanse. That's a parasite purge.
Yeah, you usually say whenever you're cleaning it out, then you need that to
right.
Get
you follow up with
out.
the sweep. That is correct. You clean and you sweep. That's correct.
Okay.
So yes, that is good. So what was the other one? You said green drink, wormwood, and what was the other one?
No, I take the bitter melon. The bitter melon.
Right. So it's
and I take wormwood.
Right. So remember, just understand what it used for. Got it? So remember, you're probably taking it, and remember the herbs are going to go to certain parts of your body. So you're probably saying, well, how in the world does it know? I'm glad you asked that. How does it know where to go? Well, that means that every herb is frequencied to match the organs in your body.
Amen.
Wow. That's heavy. So that means that bitter melon, that thing is frequency to go directly to your pancreas. That's why it's good for diabetes. That's why it's good for sugar control. If you're dealing with any things of insulin issues, insulin resistance, weight gain, digestion, that's what enzymes. That's why bitter melon is good. Got it? So it's just going to go through the frequency. So I don't know your situation, but you're getting a green drink, which is a multivitamin. Look at the green drink like a multivitamin, family. You don't have to take a multivitamin if you're taking a green drink. I want to make sure everybody knows that, because all of your multivitamins come from plant life. Wow.
Yes.
Isn't that something? So now you're getting the first hand without using no energy. You're getting it. You got it? Okay.
Yes. And Dr. Paul, what is the herb to clean the kidney?
That can be one of several herbs. Not to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent any disease, just food for the soul. That would be like uva ursi, uva, UVA, URSI. You can also use one called stone roots. Stone roots.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna give you one more. Let me give you one more. Juniper berries. Juniper.
All right.
Y'all remember in the Bible when what was it? Who went up under a juniper tree? Yes. Elisha. That's what it was. Elisha. Right. He was running from
Jezebel.
Jezebel. Thank you. But then Jehu showed up. Jehu.
There you go.
Rough, some rough folks.
Those are rough folks. All right. Okay, family.
Thank you,
I took
Dr.
enough
Paul.
questions. All right. I want to go into a couple of things, okay? I want you to hear me when I say this. You're doing the right things. You're taking the herbs. And if you're listening right now and you're online, we're almost got 90 people on tonight. And I believe it's people that are either here for the very first time or you're listening on the radio or whatever. Whatever way you come by this, I say it's a divine appointment that you're here tonight. I think that it's not a coincidence that you showed up, that you had time to be here, because you got to hear this tonight, that no matter if you're talking about your health, one of the number one things that you got to be doing, guess what that is? You got to get some sunlight.
Amen.
You got that?
Yes.
This is not going to work. All these herbs, when you take these herbs, they are a product of the sun, but to activate it inside of you, you need the sun. You got me? Something special happens when you activate the sun. When it hits your body, it actually does this thing called protein spikes. And protein spikes are basically the way your body says how I need to defend myself from bacteria, virus, fungus, sepsis, parasites, cancers, COVID. So the insulin, what we call protein spike, is what this vaccine is based off of. This vaccine that you are about to get, or that they're trying to bring forward, okay, has everything to do with looking at protein spikes, but not people of color.
Well,
So it's not based on you. It's not based on us. If you go to Pfizer.com and look up protein spikes, it's based off of Caucasian and Asian. So that means if we have a different protein spike, which means we have a way our body responds to the sun, not like anywhere else in the world, because different people based on where they live have different protein spikes based on where they live. Wow. So that means if you live in cold climate, got it? If you live in cold climate, you probably already have a lot of protein spikes because your body's trying to adjust to not having a lot of sun. But the reason that people of color have our color, our tone, our melanin, all of the what we call carbon, copper, and sulfur has everything to do with the protein spikes. So based on your immune system, so I tell people, remember, those people who are from places like the Caribbean, people who are from Africa, Brazil, South America, that come to United States around this time have the weakest immune systems. Got it? Because we're in that blackout zone. It's interesting to me that they would give out a shot right around the time. And I know they're putting the panic and they're moving people and they, we got to do it now. But it's interesting that it's right around the time of the blackout zone when Black folks are the weakest in our immune system. That means from October, usually the end of October, all the way to the second, third week in April. That is our weakest time, family, because we're not getting a lot of sunlight. So that means we got a lot of issues with those protein spikes. Sun's falling. That's why in that zone between October and April, you got more deaths. There's more people diagnosed with chronic disease. There's more people suffering with depression, anxiety. People lose their jobs, breakups, divorce, all of that right in that zone. How about that?
What about if you live in Florida?
Yes, that is an advantage. But I'm speaking specifically about the Northern Hemisphere, Northeast. Got it? Because we are experiencing what we call homesick. Not that you yearn to be where you're from, but because you're sick because you're not eating from where you come from. So those protein spikes, when the sun hits your body, turns into this thing called cholecalciferol,
Right.
which actually works as a way of helping your body determine, how do I produce either more defense for you or less defense for you? You got it? So now if you get a vaccination that is based off of a culture that's not you, because you're people of the equator, you're closer to the sun. That's why I said you are people of the sun. You ever heard that before? All right. So that's what we start to do. So I want you to start doing something. When you start taking the herbs that we talk about on here, whatever herbs we talk about, make it your very most important thing to get out in the sun. You got
Without sunglasses.
Without sunglasses, Flo.
Well,
take the sunglasses off. Why? Why? Anybody
Because
can
because
Your eyes are a window to the soul.
That was good. Well, because there is in the back of your eye, you're looking at melanin. That's why. So when that light hits the back of your eye, which is that melanin is the polymer. It's the chemical key to life itself. That's what keeps and resonates. It's the great synthesizer of light and energy. So when you have that, it transfers and charges your pineal gland, just like a cell phone. Did you know that the cell phone is charged right now based off the melanin production of your pineal gland?
Amen.
Wow. How many people's cell phones charging right now? Probably everybody's, right? Everybody's cell phone charging right now, sitting on the wall somewhere, right? I know. But guess what? This is a hookup. All you got to do is go outside.
Figure it out.
How about that? And you hooked up to the sun. That's like charging your cell battery, which is the number one cell is you. Wow. How about that? But it can't activate unless you get out in the sun. You got it? Stay out in the sun. If you say it's too cold to go out, well, if you might have a back window, get in that back window. Let the rays of light hit you. Just sit in that window, drink your tea, get your favorite tea, and you sit in that back and just absorb that light. You got me? So the key is when you're taking the herbs, it starts to elevate the system to make all of these excellent things called neurotransmitters. And these are things like vitamin D, which is all over your body. And these receptors of vitamin D are needing to be fed. They flip into melanin. Wow. You're a powerhouse, y'all. Y'all powerhouses. We are powerhouses. We are powerhouses.
Okay, now.
When we give it the right thing, we become powerhouses. But when we're told to stay inside, don't go out.
Okay, Dr. Pause.
Wow. Don't go outside. Stay inside. You're weakening your immune system. That's basically what I'm telling you. So you got to take the herbs but get your sunlight. All right, make that a point. Y'all promise? Y'all promise?
I promise. How much sunlight, Dr. Paul? How much sunlight?
Yes, you promise.
Right?
What's the minimum?
Minimum is about 20 minutes. 20 minutes.
Okay, 20
I mean,
minutes
it's better than no sunlight at all. I would try to do at least 30 minutes or an hour if you can. If you can, just stay out there. And here's what the thing that's wonderful about it. When you charge that pineal gland, you charge it like that cell phone. And when you go to bed at night, I want you to cut all the lights out in your room. That means no TV running, no lights running,
no cell phone.
And if you got a mask, put the mask on. Because if you do that, you now help the body to release melanin, because melanin only releases in pure blackness.
Wow. Really?
Wow.
In pure blackness.
Black.
And when
Dr.
you
Paul, you
bring
say put the mask
all of the dynamics of colors, I'm gonna make you feel real good right now. Y'all ready to feel real good right now?
Sure. Yeah.
I'm gonna make y'all feel
All the
real
colors together make
good,
black.
real good right now. Y'all ready to feel real good?
Yeah, I know he's gonna
give
say
it up.
When you take all the colors of the spectrum of light,
together.
That's X-rays, gamma rays, microwaves, all of these things, and you mix them all together with the colors and everything. That's what you get. Blackness.
Black.
Yeah.
Black.
Yes,
So
yes,
that
yes.
means that when you look at your skin, you're looking at the universe. Woo!
I know that's right. I know that's
Somebody
right.
tells
That's
yes,
what's up.
Absolutely.
Can I shout and
You're
run around the
looking
room
at
now?
you're looking at the universe. So that's what I'm saying. You are special. We are special. You have to understand that we got to protect this thing. So I want you all to make sure that you get some sunlight. All right.
Absolutely.
All right. Any last questions? Because Bill's giving me the wrap up sign.
Yeah, I got a question.
Wait.
I got a question.
Okay.
Doc.
Is
Hey,
that
Doc.
Bob Mariah? You got in, brother.
Yeah, I got him, Doc. What about the intake of vitamin D? Like, I'm taking 10,000 milligrams as opposed to 5. Should I go to 15,000 or?
No, that's good right there. Yep, that's good. I'm glad you mentioned that.
Okay.
So vitamin D is your key. Okay, vitamin D should be in the wintertime 10,000 IUs. That's it. 10,000 IUs, because we're not getting a lot of sun. And remember, you need those vitamin D receptors, right? You want to kick those vitamin D receptors, which is actually resonating to make what's called another chemical called ACH. ACH is what gives your body the ability to make those neurotransmitters. That's just making like you got all this stuff all over your body, and it's connecting to make the nutrients, which is the melanin for everything, to keep things in balance. Remember, every melanite cell, one melanite cell controls 30 to 40 other cells. That's amazing. So vitamin D is the main and chemical that you need, but it's not really a vitamin. Did y'all know that? Vitamin D is not a vitamin.
All right now.
The enzyme? That's the hormone? It's a hormone?
It's a hormone. It's a hormone.
Really?
That's right. It's a hormone. But they'll use it. And remember always, whenever you hear people say it's a hormone, this is a vitamin, it's the characterization of the chemical. That's it.
Yes.
It's just the character, how it behaves. You got it? That's the difference between a vitamin and a mineral. It's the way it behaves. It's the way it acts. So what? Vitamins what? I'm going to help somebody. What?
I don't know.
Vitamins do what?
Help with vitamin D. I mean, the sun.
Will help your body assimilate stuff?
Supplement.
Nothing. Just like, well, you know what?
Vitamins speed up, right?
Okay.
That's like fruit. Fruit has more vitamins, right? And veggies have more minerals, which means they stabilize. So fruit stimulates, Vegetables stabilize. There you go. Ain't that awesome?
I know that's right. I know that's right.
Somebody had to put this thing together.
I know that's right.
That's all I keep hearing.
Right.
Jesus, it's Jesus, honey.
I say you, somebody.
Hallelujah, Jesus.
Yes, you gotta look and see. Somebody had to put this marvelous system together, and then it had to work.
I know that's
Because y'all know half the stuff we put together don't work.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
All right.
Hey, Dr. Paul.
Yes.
You said veggies do what?
Vegetables stabilize. Right.
Dr. Paul, in the Bible, it says that God chose all nations out of one blood, and that's Acts chapter 17, verse 26. Now watch this. The scientists said that there is a unique gene that can reproduce all other genes found in one type of woman. And take a guess what kind of woman it is.
It's us.
The black woman is called the Eve gene.
Yep, the Eve gene. Yep, the Eve gene.
Found only in black women. A black woman can produce every color that there is.
Amen.
Not one color can be produced out of one.
Amen.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yes. All right. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Rev. I appreciate that. Good looking out, man. Hey, family. Yes.
One more question. So if fruit stimulates, then we should not eat it at night.
That is correct. Thank you. That is correct. That will what? Break your circadian rhythm, and then you can't get your deep sleep, which is what you're trying to get, right? You're trying to get deep sleep. Y'all got to turn off the lights. Y'all got to turn the TV off, and you got to go to bed. Got it? That's the key. When you come in that deep sleep, I'm going to tell you, you're going to feel like a whole nother person. Do y'all know that when you get that deep sleep, that's when the melanin releases, and that gives you all the melanin comes out and starts to heal the body in all the other places. You know what it also does for the ladies? Y'all listening? Y'all listening, ladies?
Mm-hmm.
How about it gets rid of wrinkles? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You better stop.
You better wake up.
He said, Doc, I'm going to bed right now.
Not yet.
Hey, Doc, you say sleep with a mask?
Oh.
Yes, that's why you remember who used to wear all the beauty masks in Hollywood.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Always mask riding.
No, you know, like Liz Taylor and all of them. You see, they call that the beauty secret, right? They call it the beauty secret, the mask on at night going to bed. So when you go to bed, you need to get your mask, get your mask on, and get that blackness, and wake up in the morning. You be like, girl, look at my skin.
Mask on.
You cover your whole face with the mask?
The ladies wear.
So yes, it makes a difference. I'm gonna tell you, you better get your sleep. Get your good sleep.
Doc, you cover your whole face?
No, just your eyes.
Just your eyes.
No, you cover just the eyes. Just the eyes.
You don't cover nothing else.
Yeah, just the eyes.
Dr. Paul, when Dick Gregory was alive, he said the number one cause of death is sleep deprivation.
Absolutely.
He said that when the sun goes down, you got 90 minutes to get into bed. And when the sun comes up, you got 90 minutes to get out of the bed.
Yeah. You know, in that same speech, he said the other thing that, you know, is sleep deprivation and black folks in car accidents because they had bald tires.
Well, I'm not going to touch that. I'm not touching that, boy.
No.
Amazing.
Oh, man. Okay, Bill, you got something to say, man?
Yeah, man, as always, your friends and family, if this program is always a blessing to you, do yourself a big favor. Send this information out. Help support us through our efforts. And guess what? Pop it, and make it rock. Because you know what? And by the way, just want to remind you, remember the notes that I said I was going to send out? Well, some of the folk were successful in getting this. And so we send out all of the information that's been in the chat. Okay. So make sure that we do this by sharing just a love offering. We never make this thing mandatory. This is a love thing so that we can make sure that we maintain the program along the way. And by the way, Dr. Paul, someone asked me as to whether or not you could use a check or something like that to send in to support the idea. So you can make that and you can address that when you get done. Okay. But
Sure,
in order
sure.
for everyone to do that, remember, and excuse me, I'll put the information on the video once it's done to send the information to Dr. Paul's Cash App. That is, and you know what that is? The sign is the $, capital DR, capital PAUL, capital HOP. Keep this information going. Keep the family strong, knowledge, wisdom, understanding. That's what it's all about. Someone said that's an African proverb, kuwa, knowledge, understanding, and acceptance. Dr. Paul's on you.
All right, let's give Bill a hand.
Right.
Hey, Bill.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up.
All right, Bill. I thank Bill
There's some
so
kind
much.
of way. There's some kind of way that information can be posted on a permanent basis so that people can refer to it and suggest that other people refer to the posted information in terms of how one can make a donation.
Absolutely, Bombarad. Yes, let me answer that. See, we actually everything you see tonight, Bill. That's the whole purpose of the donations. It's not going to me. It's going to
that's not
production. Wait a minute. So what's
sorry.
happening? So what's happening is we're trying to make sure that everybody, gets the information. So it's always going to be rebroadcast on Facebook or Dr. Paul's Holistic Health Network, which is on Facebook.
Right.
We're moving into now, Bill, we're going to start to now upload this week on YouTube and also Instagram. So we will have all of these things on there so that everyone knows and that you'll be available on those locations so they can hear all of the conversation and everything we're doing. We're recording this right now. So you are being recorded, and definitely we're going to make it a point that everyone gets this information, this powerful information, because the interaction with the family, and that's why I call it the family tree, is so critical right now.
Right.
We have to stay together. You got to put all the pieces together. So I want you, everybody listening, there's over 80, almost 90 people here. I want you all to get together. I want you to bring somebody next week. Bring them, invite them, bring your questions. We're going to tackle them. If you're going to tackle them, let's tackle them as a family. Amen?
Amen.
Dr.
Paul.
And by the way, Dr. Paul, before she says anything, for those of you who would like to have the copy of this, just send an email to mechavideo@gmail.com. Okay, that's
right. And then Flo made an excellent point also. She says some people just want to donate and they may not have Cash App or whatever, and we just appreciate everything that you're doing, but it's going into the production piece. That's why I give that over to Bill to help with the process of putting this stuff up. It's a lot of technical stuff nowadays, y'all, and Bill helps me out tremendously. So it doesn't go to me, goes for the production and so we can keep this thing going. Y'all right? So
What is that, Jamaica?
If you
Mecca,
want to,
it's in the chat.
Wait a minute, family. Wait a minute. I gotta mute everybody because everybody talking. Make sure we can send it out. I will give you my address if you want to send it in. It's 7804.
Listen up, guys. Listen up.
I'm not ready to do that yet.
I never did.
This is my second time sitting in on this Zoom lesson.
Okay, hold on, y'all.
Go ahead,
He's a
Dr. Paul.
holistic health doctor.
Okay, the address, I'm gonna say it so we can all hear. 7804 Montgomery Avenue. That's suite number 6. And that's in Elkins Park, 2 words, PA 19027. All right. So if you have that and if you would like to participate with that, and it is greatly appreciated. We love y'all for all that you're just showing up today. I would say the last thing I want to leave with the family is that simply tell somebody, I lost a dear friend today. And that dear friend of mine was a part of our male chorus. And I look back and say, you know, I try to reach as many people as I can, but sometimes it can't always come through me. Sometimes it has to come through another person. Sometimes it has to come through another one of y'all, you know, that may know another person. Whatever the situation is, share the information. You got it? Don't hold on to it. If anything I charge you with tonight, I charge you with the truth. You got to tell somebody. Got it? Amen? All right. All right.
Dr.
So
Paul.
I want to say to the family, you want to unmute yourself? Let's see if I can take you all.
That's
All right, I got you all. I
19027,
got
Dr.
you
Paul,
pulling
right?
back off. All right. Any last concerns, thing? Bill, you had anything?
Yes.
Okay. Prophetess?
Yes, I just want to let everybody know that all the information that we have discussed today, all the herbs, formulas, phone numbers, whatever you need, if you save your chat box, you can have that information. Dr. Paul's Cash App, his address, his phone number, if you need to catch him for an appointment before you get a chance to get to Bill or see the video again. Everything is in your chat box. So save your chat box with all your information, all the questions.
That's right. That's right. And then for those who are listening and may not have a pen and pad, my number directly, if you want to get an assessment, is 1-877-377-2854. And that is my appointment line. If you want to get assessment, we are still doing the works. 10% off. Get your 10% off. Call in and say, I got to get the works. That means we give the RM3A plus the urine analysis. And then we work out a special game plan just for you. All right, family? I
Sorry,
love y'all. And
oh
the
my goodness.
family,
Sorry, how do you
join in.
how
Yes.
do you save your chat, please? How do you save all the chats?
Prophetess?
I got you covered, Ashimo.
Okay, thank you, Pastor.
All right.
Love ya.
All right, family. I want to say to everyone, have a wonderful, wonderful week. We will be on the Green Hour on Sunday. Also, check me out on WURD on Saturday morning. And that's Saturday morning at 9 a.m. All right, on the Dr. Paul Holistic Health Show. I thank y'all so much. And
Thank you, Dr. Paul.
I say to everyone,
Thank you.
Thank
it's
you.
a pleasure.
Hi, Dr.
Our
Paul.
prayers go with you.
Thank you.
Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Have a blessed night.
Good night.
Good night.
You know, I
Good
always
night.
got to end with
Good
some,
night.
you know, samba.
Goodbye.
Look at that hair.
Good night. Somebody got a wild head running
That's his son
back
back
there.
there.
I see him. I see you. Do the best you can. I know you're doing all right. You're doing all
You know, the
right.
girls love his hair, man. Look at this hair.
Oh
Look
my
at this
You
hair.
gotta give him. Gotta give him.
Who
Well,
does check out
credit.
to? What name?
They can't
does-
help it. They follow
Everybody
you.
want to grab his hair.
What name is the check made out to?
Just make it out to Dr. Paul. Last
Okay,
name
Doc.
Hopkins.
Got you, Doc. Got you.
All right. Thank
Thank
y'all.
Take care of
Appreciate
yourself.
y'all. Love
All
y'all.
right.
Have a wonderful,
Right.
wonderful day. Stay safe, right?
Yes.
Take your
God bless
herbs
you.
and what? Get out in the sun.
Yes.
Stay
If you're
out of the
breathing,
sun.
you got a shot.
You got
And
the
if
shot
you're
as long as you got the
breathing,
sun.
Got a shot.
you got a shot. Y'all supposed to say that.
Best man
You're
there. I
breathing.
gave it to you.
Got
You
a
got a
shot.
shot.
Got a
All
shot.
right.
Yeah, got a shot, guys.
Got
God bless.
a
See you
shot.
later.
God
See you
bless.
later. Have a blessed
God
one.
bless y'all.
See you next
Yeah.
Wednesday night, right here on the Family Tree.
Right
God
on.
Next
bless.
week we'll see you
All
on
right,
the Family
Doc.
Tree.
All right,
Thanks,
all right, all right.
Bill.
Hold on. I'm doing two. I'm finishing up.
Thank
Okay,
you,
hold on.
Doc. Right on.
All right,
Go.
Mama, you got in, man. You got
Yeah,
it.
hey, man, I got in, man. It's the best joint I've been in. All
Okay,
the
hold on
Zooms
here. Let
I've
me
been
see.
in.
Why can't
It's the
you-
best
Can you
meeting.
hear me
This the
now?
best meeting, Doc. I
Yeah.
want
Can you
to
hear me now?
I want to try to figure out how my people in Ghana and Ethiopia can plug into this program. What they got
Okay,
to
just
do.
tell them to come in, man. Give them the information. Tell them to go to the website. Go to the website
Okay.
And make sure they subscribe. If you are listening and you hear this, you can get on the website to get all the Zoom invitations. Just go to my website under subscribe. Put your name, your address, or your name and your email, and then I'll send out an invitation. All right?
Okay. That's great, Doc.
All right.
That's
God
great.
bless you, brother.
All right. God
Y'all
bless you,
take
man.
care.
All
And we'll
right,
see
man.
you
Good
next
night.
week on the Family Tree.
Thanks, Doc. Yeah. Hey, Doc. My man.
Brother Bruce.
Oh, man.
Thanks,
All
brother.
right.